What's up? I'm Matthew Shaw. This is Reagan Anthony, and this is the Lost Tribe bracket recap.
Hello.
Before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button right below us. We're going to be doing this every single week, every single Friday. We're going to be going through the bracket that you guys voted on, our community, on our Instagram every single week. This past week was the Adam Sandler movies Instagram bracket. Our community, the Lost Tribe community, voted on their favorite Adam Sandler movie. Let's just get down to it. Let's start in the first round. Uncut Gems versus Big Daddy. Big Daddy stole the upset. Uncut Gems has some recency bias, but
I don't know that it was an upset.
Was it? No. Well, it was. I would say Uncut, according to IMDb, Uncut Gems is one of Adam Sandler's best ones. Big Daddy was pretty low ranked. I'm more of a Big Daddy fan. Absolutely hilarious movie.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I know that I loved that movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's why I was really surprised, because there's such a recency bias. Big Daddy is so old. Big Daddy was probably made in like 2003. Uncut Gems made in 2019, maybe even 2020. And it had Kevin Garnett in it. High names right there. But I'm happy with the decision.
The OG fans, they knew and pulled through on that one.
They came out to support. I'm happy with the decision. Moving down to probably the toughest battle in the entire bracket. I honestly wish we saw this in the championship, but we saw it in the first round. Happy Gilmore versus Billy Madison. Who'd you vote for, Reagan?
I voted for Billy Madison. I had to pick Billy Madison. Who did you vote for?
I think I voted for Billy Madison too, but our community didn't see the same way.
Not surprising. This was definitely one of the matchups, if not the singular matchup, that we got the most responses to. It's a tough one in round one.
Yeah, you hate to see two legendary movies go up against each other in round one, but Happy Gilmore was able to edge the round one battle, and we didn't get to see
It was really close.
It was extremely tight, as it should be. We didn't get I'm disappointed to not being able to see Billy Madison longer in the tournament. That's the only thing that I'm mad. I'm not mad that Happy Gilmore won, but I am mad that Billy Madison lost.
Yes, I would agree. All right, moving down, we've got Grownups versus Jack and Jill. I picked Grownups, Matt. What about you?
Easy Grownups call. Grownups is one of his best movies too. I mean, the cast alone.
It's a stacked cast.
Stacked. And
it's an iconic movie.
It is. It has a lot of the classic Adam Sandler movie cast members in it, like Chris Rock and David Spade. Those are just classics, and you're going to get them in every movie. But they had some more people joining and some legendary quotes too. And Jack and Jill, probably the weakest movie on this list.
Jack and Jill is quite the forgettable film.
Mm-hmm. We're moving on. Longest Yard versus Mr. Deeds. This was a tough one for me. I'd like to hear your opinion first.
I think I might have actually skipped voting in this one because I haven't seen Mr. Deeds.
It is hilarious. It's an awesome storyline. Do you know what happens in it?
No, I don't know anything
about it. So Adam Sandler's uncle, who he never knew, was Mr. Deeds, and he was an extremely rich billionaire or something. He dies, and Adam Sandler is this blue collar, small town boy who inherits this incredible fortune. So he flies to New York City and begins to live this life as this multi-billionaire, despite not having any of the experience or knowing what that means. So he meets this love interest who the whole time knew who he was, but she plays stupid. She acts like she doesn't. I think she's writing a story on him, and then she ends up falling in love with him, but she was using him. It's a great movie, honestly.
Sounds drama-filled.
It is. It's one of his. It's while being hilarious, it is definitely one of his better plots, I would say.
I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch that one.
That being said, Longest Yard is another one of the better plots. Obviously he becomes He goes to jail. Adam Sandler in jail at the start is like a hilarious concept. He plays a much more real character than in a lot of the other movies. You know, most of the movies he's just a goofball, but like he's kind of the serious one in this movie compared to a lot of the other characters.
I definitely think Longest Yard is a valid winner in that one.
Yeah, it deserves it for sure. Moving on to the other side of the bracket, Mayorowitz Story. I've never heard of that one, if I'm going to be honest.
I've never heard of that one, but you can't not pick Zohan. So
yeah, Zohan's an easy pick, especially for our community. That was the obvious choice. We had a lot of people mad at how far it got, actually.
That was a backlash that I did not anticipate.
It seems like
I wish I saw it.
It seems
there
like
were a few other movies.
You go.
There were a few other movies that I feel like could have gone in for Meyerowitz Story that would have been like worthy competitors. I would have liked to see Hotel Transylvania on this bracket. But, you know, we got to work with what we've got, even though, you know, it helps make the bracket.
Well, the issue is, while I don't know it, it's number one ranked out of any single Adam Sandler movie on IMDb. So
I've literally never heard of it before in my life.
Who are we to say that the number one ranked on IMDb doesn't have a spot on our bracket? So we gave it the 16th seed and we put it against You Don't Mess with the Zohan. And the Zohan said, you don't mess with me, all right? So we're going to move past it. Mayorowitz Story is left in the past, never to be talked about again. Going down to another really good matchup, 8 Crazy Nights versus The Wedding Singer. I am surprised to see The Wedding Singer move forward.
I am not. I love The Wedding Singer. How can you not love The Wedding Singer?
I love The Wedding Singer too, but 8 Crazy Nights is so funny and it's so cute.
It's so funny. And it's another one of so many Adam Sandler movies are like the iconic Adam Sandler movie. It's hard to like pin one specific one to him. And I feel like 8 Crazy Nights and The Wedding Singer are both up there in terms of when you think Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm. They were both in his like 04 to 09, like just grind, and where he was just
golden era.
Great movie after great movie. They definitely are both good movies. I don't want to take anything away from Wedding Singer when I say I like 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, and vice versa. All right, this next one was the hardest matchup for me by far. I love an Adam Sandler rom-com. I love a rom-com in general. So just go with it against 50 First Dates was hard. And I was genuinely disappointed with the outcome of this matchup.
I can't agree with you. It wasn't even close for me. 50 First Dates is so good.
Just go with it. It's one of those... I mean, I've seen that movie so many times. I know every line to it. It's one of those movies for me that, like, if I'm sick or in a bad mood, I watch it. I don't know. I love 50 First Dates too. Don't get me wrong.
I just think 50 First Dates is much more unique than just go with it.
Yes, it's a really unique story. It's a very interesting plot line. Drew Barrymore is obviously amazing. But then again, you've got Jennifer Aniston, and
you can't compare the two.
Love a Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler collab.
Unbelievable. How could you get better than Jennifer Aniston? Drew Barrymore is close, but it doesn't get much better than Jennifer. If I were to vote for Just Go With It, it would have been for Jennifer, not for Adam Sandler. And for that reason is why I did not vote for it.
The girl who plays the daughter, I love the girl who plays the daughter in Just Go With It also.
I'm not sure.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to the final matchup. 2 great movies, but I think it was pretty obvious the Waterboy was going to defeat Anger Management.
Yeah. I think that was a clear one.
Yeah.
I was also disappointed. Now that we're at the end of the bracket, I was disappointed that we didn't see Click. But Click is a tearjerker.
Yeah, Click's a great movie. There's a few of these movies I could see Click replacing. I don't think it was going to make it that far. It wasn't.
So sad.
Yeah. It's definitely was a weird movie, and I love Click, but I'm not too disappointed to see it. I know we got a lot of people who were disappointed to not see it on the list, but what are you gonna do? You know, you don't have the power. We control the bracket, making sure everyone knows that.
We control the bracket. All right, moving on to the Elite Eight, and we're gonna go faster here a little bit. We've got Big Daddy versus Happy Gilmore. What were our thoughts on that matchup? Still,
it's just so hard. Like, I don't know how you could ever compare with Happy Gilmore if you're not one of his best 4 movies. Like, it's fun. Big Daddy, great movie. The little kid, super cute. Who is that? What's his
Wasn't that a Sprouse?
Yeah, it's Cole Sprouse or Drew. There's probably both of them. It's probably him and Dylan. Yeah.
It's Cole and
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah, it was probably both of them. They probably switched in and out. You can't beat a Sprouse combo with Adam Sandler, but Happy Gilmore, I mean, Bob Barker was in it. I mean, come on. A hilarious movie.
It's
hilarious movie.
How could you?
Legendary.
Yeah.
This was a tough one coming up. Grownups versus The Longest Yard. I expected Grownups to win, as it did, but I am way more favorable towards Longest Yard.
Really? It was easy for me. It was an easy Grownups for me.
That's more your style. Grownups is more of a...
It's more my style.
It's more family-oriented content. Longest Yard is for people like me who are idiots and love to be idiots and be proud of being idiots. So that's more of my style. But I'm not surprised that Grownups won.
Not at all. Next up, we've got You Don't Mess with the Zohan Again and The Wedding Singer, another iconic pair of competitors.
Yeah, this was a good matchup. I'm again not surprised, and again voted for the losing side here. I thought Wedding Singer was better.
Also voted for the losing side.
I'm not surprised that our community went with the Zohan. You know, Jewish community, classic Israeli flick right there. But The Wedding Singer is one of his first movies, I'm pretty sure, too. One of his OGs. And
yeah, it's an older one. And I think it was like right when he was really breaking out. There was a lot of star power behind it.
Ton of star power, yeah. You know, I'm interested to look. I'm looking at this bracket right now, and I'm trying to see if there's a pattern in the things that do well. Because You Don't Mess with the Zohan's the most absurd storyline ever. Grownups is pretty controlled storyline. Happy Gilmore is pretty controlled. Waterboy is pretty controlled. So yeah, I'd take it back. It looks like for the most part, people are going with the pure comedy and not the storyline. The final round of the Elite Eight was 50 First Dates versus the Waterboy. Waterboy had to win.
Not a surprising outcome, but I was disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think our audience is more into rom-coms than they are into Waterboy type humor.
That's true. The Final Four is where things got intense, though. I mean, things were intense from the beginning and got even more intense. We had Happy Gilmore versus Grownups and Zohan versus Waterboy, which we started with really hard choices to make. And, you know, you get to this point and it's like, how do you even pick?
You're flipping a coin, but, you know, I guess unsurprisingly, Happy Gilmore and Waterboy's side of the coin was a little heavier because...
And that makes sense. That was a fair choice to make.
I think the difference is You Don't Mess with the Zohan and Grownups are two of Adam Sandler's best movies. Happy Gilmore and Waterboy are two of the best movies in their genre, in the comedy genre. Happy Gilmore, especially like the dumb comedy drama or genre, Waterboy and Happy Gilmore are pivotal in the building of that type of comedy.
That's a perfect way to phrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they might be up there on Adam Sandler's list. The other ones were up there in general in terms of cinema.
And that's why we saw them face off in the finals. And I'm going to be honest, I had no clue who was going to win between Happy Gilmore and Waterboy.
It's a hard one. I mean, so many of these matchups were so close throughout. Do we have the results back on that?
We do. Happy Gilmore actually beat it by about 20%. It wasn't even that close. Surprisingly enough, it was about
Very surprising.
it was about 70-30 Happy Gilmore over Waterboy. And
That's 40%.
Well, yeah, I was thinking from 50. I was like 70-50, but in hindsight, my math was a little fugazi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we saw Happy Gilmore pull away with the victory in our first ever Adam Sandler movies bracket, and
I feel like it's not out of the question that we'll do a losers bracket.
It is not out of the question at all. It is not out of the question at all, and I love I'm proud to say that Happy Gilmore is the best Adam Sandler movie of all time.
I am happy with the decision that the Lost Tribe community made. While it's not the decision that I would have probably picked, it is one that I can stand by.
Heck yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Happy Gilmore, thank you, Lost Tribe community, for helping us build out the Adam Sandler movie bracket. And thank you, Happy Gilmore, for giving millions of families entertainment every Saturday night. You are the best Adam Sandler. I love you. If you're listening to this right now, Adam Sandler, call me.
Of course, Adam Sandler definitely listens to this.
Adam Sandler loves Lost Tribe. You heard it here first.
And with that, we will be back here next week to discuss next week's Lost Tribe bracket. And in the meantime, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and leave some comments for brackets that you want to see.
Let us know in the comments what brackets you need to see, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get us every single Monday. You're going to be seeing our bracket recaps from the week before. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss one.
And make sure you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to be updated on all of our bracket content.